Education is not only about exams, marks, degrees, or certificates. Real education is the habit of learning every day. It is the habit of improving your mind. It is the habit of asking questions. It is the habit of understanding life better. Many people stop learning after school or college. They think now my education is finished. But the truth is education should never stop, because life never stops teaching. Every day the world is changing. New skills are becoming important. New opportunities are coming. New problems are appearing. And if you do not keep learning, you slowly fall behind. But if you educate yourself every day, your mind becomes stronger. You make better decisions. You speak better. You think better. You solve problems better. You understand people better. You understand yourself better. Educating yourself every day does not mean you have to study for 10 hours. It means you learn something useful every day. Even 10 minutes can help you. One page can help you. One new word can help you. One good idea can help you. One useful lesson can change your thinking. And when your thinking changes, your life also starts changing. So do not wait for someone to teach you everything. Become your own teacher. Become your own student. Learn from books. Learn from people. Learn from mistakes. Learn from experience. Learn from silence. Learn from every day. Because the person who learns every day becomes wiser every day. The person who improves every day becomes stronger every day. And the person who educates himself every day creates a better future for himself. Lesson 1. Read something useful every day. One of the best ways to educate yourself every day is reading. Reading is powerful because it gives you knowledge from other people's experience. Think about this. A person may spend 20 years learning an important lesson in life. But when you read their book, article, story, or message, you can understand that lesson in a short time. This is why reading is so valuable. Reading saves your time. Reading gives you ideas. Reading improves your language. Reading builds your thinking. Reading teaches you things you may never learn from normal conversation. But many people say, I do not like reading. The problem is not always reading. The problem is that they try to read too much at once. They start with a big book. They force themselves to read many pages. Then they feel bored. Then they stop. So do not start too big. Start small. Read one page every day. Read one paragraph every day. Read for only 10 minutes every day. Choose something useful and simple. Read about discipline. Read about communication. Read about English learning. Read about health. Read about money. Read about history. Read about successful people. Read about habits. Read about the mind. Read anything that makes you better. The goal is not to finish a book quickly. The goal is to build the habit of reading, because when you read daily, your mind becomes active. You start thinking more clearly. You get new words. You get new ideas. You get new examples. You become better at explaining things. You become better at understanding life. For English learners, reading is even more powerful. When you read English every day, you see how sentences are made. You understand grammar naturally. You learn new vocabulary. You improve your spelling. You understand how words are used in real life. Reading does not only help your knowledge, it also helps your English. But remember, do not only read fast, read with attention. When you find a good sentence, stop and think. When you find a new word, write it down. When you find a powerful idea, ask yourself, how can I use this in my life? This is how reading becomes education. Do not read only to finish pages. Read to understand. Read to grow. Read to improve your mind. Even one page a day can make a big difference if you stay consistent. One page a day becomes 30 pages in a month. 30 pages a month becomes hundreds of pages in a year. And after 1 year, your thinking will not be the same. Your words will not be the same. Your confidence will not be the same. Your mind will become richer. So make reading a daily habit. Before sleeping, read something useful. After waking up, read something positive. During free time, read something educational. Instead of wasting your time only on entertainment, give some time to reading because every useful page you read is an investment in your future. Lesson 2. Learn one new skill slowly. If you want to educate yourself every day, do not only collect information, build skills. Knowledge is important, but skill gives you power. A person may know many things, but if they cannot use that knowledge, it does not change their life. This is why skill is important. A skill can help you earn. A skill can help you communicate. A skill can help you create. A skill can help you become independent. A skill can help you build confidence. Speaking English is a skill. Writing is a skill. Teaching is a skill. Editing videos is a skill. Communication is a skill. Public speaking is a skill. Time management is a skill. Money management is a skill. Problem solving is a skill. Even confidence can become a skill when you practice it every day. So ask yourself one important question. What skill can improve my future? Do not choose 10 skills at the same time. Choose one skill first. When you try to learn too many things together, your mind becomes confused. You start many things, but you finish nothing. So choose one important skill and practice it slowly. If you want to improve English, practice English every day. Speak for 10 minutes. Read one paragraph. Listen to one short conversation. Learn 5 new words. Write a few sentences. Small practice every day will make your English stronger. If you want to become a better speaker, practice speaking. Stand in front of a mirror. Choose one simple topic. Speak for 2 minutes. Record your voice. Listen again. Notice your mistakes. Then improve. If you want to become a better writer, write every day. Write about your day. Write your thoughts. Write what you learned. Write a short paragraph. Writing will make your thinking clear. If you want to become better at video editing, learn one tool at a time. Today, learn cutting. Tomorrow, learn adding text. Next day, learn sound. Step by step, your skill will grow. This is the secret. Do not try to become perfect quickly. Try to become better slowly. Most people fail because they want fast results. They practice for 2 days, then they stop. They learn for 1 week, then they quit. They say, I am not improving. But real improvement takes time. A seed does not become a tree in 1 day. A skill does not become strong in one practice. You must repeat. You must practice. You must make mistakes. You must correct yourself. You must continue. That is how skill is built. Every day, give at least 10 to 15 minutes to your chosen skill. Make it simple. Make it daily. Make it part of your routine, because small practice repeated every day becomes powerful. One day, people will look at you and say you have improved so much. But they will not see your small daily efforts. They will not see your quiet practice. They will not see the days when you were learning alone. They will only see the result. So do not worry if nobody notices your practice today. Keep learning, keep improving. Keep building your skill because every skill you build becomes a tool for your future. And the more skills you have, the more opportunities you can create in your life. Lesson 3. Listen to educational content every day. If you want to educate yourself every day, reading is powerful, but listening is also very important. Many people say, "I do not have time to learn." But the truth is, you can learn while doing normal daily activities. You can listen while walking. You can listen while traveling. You can listen while cleaning your room. You can listen while exercising. You can listen before sleeping. You can listen in your free time instead of wasting that time on useless content. This is the power of listening. Your ears can educate your mind. You do not always need a book in your hand. You do not always need a classroom. You do not always need a teacher sitting in front of you. Sometimes one good podcast, one good audiobook, one good speech, one good English conversation, or one useful lesson can teach you something valuable. But you must be careful about what you listen to because your mind becomes influenced by what you hear every day. If you listen to negative things all the time, your thinking becomes negative. If you listen to useless gossip all the time, your mind becomes weak and distracted. If you listen to only entertainment all the time, your mind does not grow enough. But if you listen to educational content, your mind starts becoming sharper. You learn new ideas, you understand life better, you improve your vocabulary, you improve your English listening power, you improve your speaking style, you learn how educated people explain things. For English learners, listening is one of the most important habits because English is not only a subject, English is a sound. You must listen to English again and again so your brain becomes familiar with the rhythm, pronunciation, and sentence structure. When you listen to English daily, slowly your brain starts understanding words faster. You begin to catch common phrases. You understand how native or fluent speakers connect words. You learn natural expressions. You start speaking better because your ears are training your mouth. This is why listening should be part of your daily education. Start simple. Do not choose very difficult content in the beginning. Choose something you can understand at least 50 or 60%. If the content is too difficult, you may feel frustrated. If the content is too easy, you may not grow enough. So choose content that is a little challenging but still understandable. Listen to English conversations. Listen to slow English stories. Listen to motivational speeches. Listen to educational podcasts. Listen to audiobooks. Listen to interviews with successful people. Listen to topics about health, discipline, confidence, communication, money, history, and personal growth. But do not only listen passively, listen actively. Active listening means you listen with attention. When you hear a good sentence, pause and repeat it. When you hear a new word, write it down. When you hear a powerful idea, ask yourself, how can I use this in my life? When you hear a useful lesson, explain it in your own words. This is how listening becomes real education. Many people listen to content, but they forget everything because they do not think about it. Do not do that. After listening, take 1 minute and ask yourself, what did I learn? Maybe you learned a new word. Maybe you learned a new habit. Maybe you learned a new way to think. Maybe you learned a better way to speak. Maybe you learned one mistake you should avoid. Even one lesson a day is powerful because one lesson a day becomes 30 lessons in a month. 30 lessons in a month become hundreds of lessons in a year. And after 1 year, your mind will be full of better ideas. So use your ears wisely. Do not allow your ears to receive only noise. Give your mind something valuable. Turn your free time into learning time. Turn your traveling time into education time. Turn your quiet time into growth time. Because when you listen to educational content every day, you're not just passing time, you're building your mind. Lesson 4. Ask better questions. If you want to educate yourself every day, you must learn how to ask better questions. Questions are powerful because questions open your mind. A person who does not ask questions stays limited. A person who asks good questions keeps growing. Many people only accept things as they are. They hear something and they believe it immediately. They face a problem and they complain immediately. They make a mistake and they feel bad immediately. But an educated mind does not react like that. An educated mind asks questions. Why did this happen? What can I learn from this? How can I do this better next time? What is the real reason behind this problem? What skill do I need to improve? What habit is stopping me? What action can help me move forward? These questions can change your thinking because the quality of your questions decides the quality of your learning. If you ask weak questions, you get weak answers. If you ask powerful questions, your mind starts searching for powerful answers. For example, many people ask, "Why am I so unlucky?" This question makes them feel weak. A better question is, "What can I do today to improve my situation?" This question gives power back to them. Many people ask, "Why can I not speak English?" This question creates frustration. A better question is, "Which small English habit can I practice every day?" This question creates action. Many people ask, "Why is my life so difficult?" This question increases pain. A better question is, "What is this difficulty teaching me?" This question creates wisdom. So if you want to educate yourself, change your questions. Do not only ask questions that make you feel helpless. Ask questions that make you responsible. Ask questions that make you active. Ask questions that make you think deeply. Ask questions that push you toward improvement. Questions also help you understand any topic better. When you read something, ask questions. What is the main idea? Why is this important? How can I use this? Where have I seen this in real life? Can I explain this in simple words? When you listen to something, ask questions. What did the speaker teach? Which sentence was useful? Which idea can improve my life? What should I remember? When you make a mistake, ask questions. What went wrong? What was my role in this? What can I change next time? What did this mistake teach me? When you meet successful people, ask questions. What habits help them? What problems did they face? What can I learn from their journey? What can I apply in my own life? This is how you educate yourself from everything. You do not need to wait for a classroom. Your questions can turn life into a classroom. A problem becomes a lesson. A mistake becomes a teacher. A conversation becomes knowledge. A failure becomes experience. A normal day becomes education. But remember, asking better questions also means being honest with yourself. Do not ask questions only to blame others. Ask questions to improve yourself. Instead of asking, "Why did they not support me?" Ask, "How can I become stronger even without support?" Instead of asking, "Why is this so hard?" Ask, "How can I become capable enough to handle this?" Instead of asking, "Why am I behind?" ask, "What can I do today to move one step forward?" This habit is life-changing because when you ask better questions, your mind becomes solution-focused. You stop wasting energy on complaints. You start looking for answers. You start finding better ways. You start becoming wiser. So from today, do not only collect information. Train your mind to question, understand, and apply. Ask better questions every day because the person who asks better questions learns faster, thinks deeper, and grows stronger. Lesson 5. Learn from your mistakes. If you want to educate yourself every day, you must learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are not only problems, mistakes are lessons. Mistakes are feedback. Mistakes are signs that show you what you need to improve. Many people hate mistakes because mistakes make them feel embarrassed. They think I've failed, so I'm not good enough. But this thinking is wrong. A mistake does not mean you are useless. A mistake means you are learning something. A mistake means you tried something. A mistake means you found one way that does not work. And if you understand the lesson, that mistake can make you smarter. Every successful person has made mistakes. Every confident speaker has made mistakes. Every good teacher has made mistakes. Every strong person has made mistakes. The difference is this: weak people repeat the same mistake again and again without learning. Wise people study their mistake and improve. So when you make a mistake, do not only feel bad. Ask yourself, what is this mistake teaching me? If you made a mistake while speaking English, ask yourself, which word or sentence should I practice? If you wasted time, ask yourself, what distracted me? If you failed in a plan, ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? If you trusted the wrong person, ask yourself, what sign did I ignore? If you lost confidence, ask yourself, what thought made me weak? This is how mistakes become education. Do not run away from your mistakes. Do not hide from them. Do not punish yourself again and again. Look at them honestly. Understand them. Learn from them. Then move forward with better thinking. For example, if you're learning English and you say something wrong, do not stop speaking. Correct the sentence and say it again. If you forget a word, learn that word. If your pronunciation is weak, practice that sound. If you cannot speak fluently, practice short sentences every day. This is real learning. Education is not only reading books. Education is also correcting yourself. Education is also improving after failure. Education is also becoming wiser after experience. A mistake becomes dangerous only when you ignore it. But a mistake becomes powerful when you learn from it. So do not be afraid of mistakes. Be afraid of repeating mistakes without learning. Every night, take 1 minute and ask yourself, what mistake did I make today? And what did it teach me? This small question can make you wiser every day. Because when you learn from your mistakes, your past does not become a burden. Your past becomes a teacher. Lesson 6. Write down what you learn. Writing is one of the simplest and most powerful learning habits. Many people listen to good ideas. They read useful lessons. They watch educational videos. They hear powerful advice. But after some time, they forget everything. Why? Because they do not write it down. Your mind cannot remember everything. If you want to keep your learning strong, you must collect your ideas in one place. Keep a notebook. Use a diary. Use your phone notes. Use any simple place where you can write daily. Write new words. Write good sentences, write important lessons, write useful ideas, write your mistakes, write your goals, write questions, write thoughts that can help you improve. When you write something down, your brain takes it more seriously. Writing makes your learning clear. Writing helps you remember. Writing helps you organize your thoughts. Writing also shows you your growth. After 1 month, when you open your old notes, you will see how much you have learned. This gives you confidence. For English learners, writing is extremely helpful. If you learn a new English word, do not only read it, write it. Write its meaning. Write one example sentence, then try to use it in your own speaking. For example, if you learn the word improve, write a sentence like this. I want to improve my English every day. Now the word becomes more useful because you are using it. If you learn a new idea from a video, write it in simple words. Do not copy everything. Write the main lesson. Ask yourself, how can I explain this in my own words? This habit makes your understanding deeper. Writing also helps you think better. Sometimes your mind feels confused because everything is inside your head. But when you write, your thoughts become clear. You understand what you know. You understand what you do not know. You understand what you need to improve. This is why writing is not only for students. Writing is for anyone who wants to grow. At the end of every day, write 3 simple things. What did I learn today? What mistake taught me something today? What will I improve tomorrow? These 3 questions can educate you every single day. You do not need to write a long essay. Even 5 lines are enough. The goal is not perfect writing. The goal is clear learning. So make writing a daily habit. Because a person who writes what they learn does not lose knowledge easily. They collect wisdom. They build understanding. They create a personal book of lessons from their own life. And slowly that notebook becomes proof that they are growing every day. Lesson 7. Spend time with smarter content. If you want to educate yourself every day, you must become careful about the content you consume. Content means anything you watch, read, listen to, or follow. Videos are content, podcasts are content. Social media posts are content. Books are content. News is content. Conversations are also a type of content. The important thing is this: your mind becomes influenced by what you consume every day. If you watch useless content every day, your mind becomes distracted. If you watch negative content every day, your thinking becomes negative. If you listen to gossip every day, your mind becomes weak. If you only consume entertainment every day, your knowledge does not grow enough. But if you spend time with smarter content, your mind becomes smarter. You start thinking better. You start speaking better. You start making better decisions. You start understanding life in a deeper way. This is why you must choose your content like you choose your food. If you eat unhealthy food every day, your body becomes weak. In the same way, if you consume weak content every day, your mind becomes weak. Your mind also needs healthy food. Healthy content means content that teaches you something useful. It can teach you English. It can teach you communication. It can teach you confidence. It can teach you discipline. It can teach you history. It can teach you money management. It can teach you health. It can teach you life lessons. It can teach you how successful people think. Every day, give some time to content that makes you better. You do not have to stop entertainment completely. Entertainment is okay sometimes, but entertainment should not control your whole day. If all your free time goes into random videos, your mind will become full of random thoughts. But if some of your free time goes into learning, your mind will become full of useful ideas. So make a simple rule. Before you watch something only for entertainment, watch or listen to one educational thing first. Before you scroll randomly, read one useful page first. Before you spend time on social media, learn one new word, one new idea, or one new lesson first. This small rule can change your daily routine. Also, follow people who help you grow. Follow teachers, follow educators, follow creators who explain useful things. Follow people who motivate you to improve. Follow people who make your mind stronger, not weaker. Because what you see again and again becomes part of your thinking. If you see success habits again and again, you start thinking about success. If you see English content again and again, your English starts improving. If you see disciplined people again and again, you start feeling inspired to become disciplined. Your environment is not only the place where you live, your digital environment also matters. Your phone can become a school or it can become a distraction. It depends on how you use it. If you use your phone only for wasting time, it will waste your future. But if you use your phone for learning, it can become one of your greatest tools. You can learn English from your phone. You can listen to audiobooks. You can watch educational videos. You can read articles. You can learn new skills. You can write notes. You can practice speaking. You can learn from the best people in the world. So do not blame technology. Use it wisely. The same phone that distracts one person can educate another person. The difference is choice. So from today, choose smarter content. Feed your mind with knowledge. Feed your mind with positive ideas. Feed your mind with useful lessons. Feed your mind with things that improve your future, because your mind is your most important asset. And if you protect what enters your mind, you will slowly improve the way you think, speak, decide, and live. Lesson 8. Practice what you learn. Learning is not complete until you practice it. Many people collect information, but they do not use it. They watch many videos, they read many books, they listen to many lessons, they save many quotes, but their life does not change because they do not apply anything. Knowledge becomes powerful only when you use it. If you learn a new English word, use it in a sentence. If you learn a new speaking tip, practice it while speaking. If you learn about discipline, follow one disciplined action. If you learn about time management, organize your day. If you learn about confidence, do one thing that builds confidence. If you learn about health, improve one small habit. This is how education becomes real. Education is not only knowing, education is doing. For example, imagine you watch a video about speaking English confidently. You understand everything. You feel motivated. You think this is very useful. But after the video ends, you do not speak even one sentence. Then the lesson stays only in your mind. It does not become your skill. But if you watch the lesson and then speak for 5 minutes, now you are practicing. Now your brain is active. Now your mouth is training. Now your confidence is growing. This is the difference between passive learning and active learning. Passive learning means you only receive information. Active learning means you use the information. Active learning is much more powerful. So every time you learn something, ask yourself one simple question: how can I use this today? If you read one page, use one idea from that page. If you hear one new word, speak that word. If you learn one life lesson, apply it in one small situation. If you watch one educational video, write down one action and do it. Do not try to apply everything at once. That can feel heavy. Apply one thing. One small action is enough to begin. If you learn 10 ideas but use nothing, your life will not change. But if you learn one idea and use it daily, your life can improve. Practice also helps you remember better. When you only read something, you may forget it. When you only listen to something, you may forget it. But when you use it, your brain remembers it more deeply. This is why practice is the bridge between knowledge and improvement. Without practice, knowledge stays weak. With practice, knowledge becomes skill. If you want to educate yourself in English, do not only study grammar. Use English, speak English, write English, read English, listen to English, think in English for a few minutes. Make English part of your daily life. If you want to educate yourself about confidence, do not only read about confidence. Take small, brave actions. Ask a question. Start a conversation. Record your voice. Speak in front of a mirror. Try something that makes you a little nervous. That is how confidence grows. If you want to educate yourself about discipline, do not only watch motivational videos, wake up on time, finish one task, avoid one distraction, keep one promise to yourself. That is how discipline grows. Remember, practice does not have to be perfect. Your first practice may be weak. Your first sentence may be wrong. Your first attempt may be slow. Your first result may be small. That is okay. Practice is not about being perfect. Practice is about becoming better. The more you practice, the more you improve. The more you improve, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more your life changes. So do not only learn, apply, do, practice, and use what you know. Because the person who practices what they learn becomes different from the person who only watches and listens. Real education begins in your mind, but it becomes powerful through your actions. Lesson 9. Reflect at the end of the day. If you want to educate yourself every day, you must build the habit of reflection. Reflection means looking back at your day and asking yourself, what did I learn today? This habit looks simple, but it is very powerful. Many people live the same day again and again because they never stop and think. They wake up, work, use their phone, talk to people, make mistakes, face problems, and then sleep. But they do not learn from the day. That is why their experience does not become wisdom. Experience alone does not make you smarter. Reflection makes you smarter. A person can live for many years and still repeat the same mistakes. But another person can reflect every day and become wiser very quickly. So before you sleep, take 5 minutes for yourself. Ask yourself these simple questions. What did I learn today? What mistake did I make today? What did I do well today? What can I improve tomorrow? What is one lesson I should remember? These questions train your mind to learn from daily life. Maybe today you learned a new English word. Maybe you learned how to speak more clearly. Maybe you learned that you waste too much time on your phone. Maybe you learned that one bad habit is stopping your progress. Maybe you learned that you need more discipline. Maybe you learned that you should not react quickly when you are angry. Every day has a lesson, but you must be willing to notice it. Reflection helps you understand yourself. It shows you your strengths. It shows you your weaknesses. It shows you your habits. It shows you where your time is going. It shows you what is helping you and what is hurting you. This is real education. Education is not only about learning facts. Education is also about understanding your own life. When you reflect daily, you become more aware. You stop living blindly. You start making better choices. You start correcting yourself. You start improving your routine. You start becoming responsible for your growth. For English learners, reflection is also very helpful. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I practice English today? What new word did I learn? Which sentence was difficult for me? What topic can I speak about tomorrow? How can I improve my listening or speaking? This will keep your English learning active. Even if you practice for only 10 minutes, reflect on it because when you notice your progress, you feel motivated to continue. You can also keep a small reflection notebook. Every night, write 3 lines. Today I learned this. Today I made this mistake. Tomorrow I will improve this. That is enough. You do not need to write a long essay. You only need to become honest with yourself. This habit will make you smarter, calmer, and more disciplined. Because every night you are not just ending the day, you are learning from the day. You are turning your experience into wisdom. You are preparing yourself for a better tomorrow. So never sleep without learning something from your day. A day without reflection can disappear, but a day with reflection can become a lesson for your future. So educate yourself every day. Not for marks, not for exams, not for certificates. Educate yourself for life. Educate yourself for confidence. Educate yourself for success. Educate yourself for freedom. And if this video helped you, subscribe to this channel and keep learning with us every day. Because when you educate yourself daily, you do not just improve your knowledge, you improve your whole life.